Hey everyone, did you know that almost half the people in the world don't have enough water for at least 1 month every year? This means that billions of people face water scarcity, impacting their daily lives in ways many of us can't even imagine. From cooking and cleaning to drinking and bathing, water is essential for everything we do. Yet, for so many it's a daily struggle to find enough clean water to meet their basic needs. That's a big problem, especially for animals like tigers that really need water to live. Tigers, like many other wildlife species, depend on water sources not just for drinking, but also for their prey. When water sources dry up, it disrupts the entire ecosystem. Prey animals move away in search of water, and predators like tigers are left struggling to find food and water, leading to a decline in their population. Without it, they just can't make it. The intense heat and lack of water take a toll on their health, making them more vulnerable to diseases and reducing their chances of survival. It's heartbreaking to see these majestic creatures suffer due to something as basic as water scarcity. Water is super important for our planet, and when there's not enough, it's a serious problem for everyone and everything. Plants wither and die, animals struggle to survive, and even humans face severe consequences. Agriculture, which relies heavily on water, suffers immensely, leading to food shortages and economic instability. The ripple effects of water scarcity are far-reaching and impact every aspect of life on Earth. Let's head over to India, where there's a place called Ranthambore National Park. This park is not just a tourist attraction but a crucial habitat for tigers and other wildlife. It's one of the few places where you can still find these magnificent animals in their natural environment, roaming freely and living as they should. It's a really important place for tigers. Ranthambore provides a sanctuary where tigers can hunt, mate, and raise their cubs. The park's diverse ecosystem supports a variety of species, creating a balanced environment where wildlife can thrive. However, this delicate balance is threatened by the ongoing water crisis. It used to be a beautiful and green place, but now it's really dry because of climate change. The lush forests and vibrant landscapes have turned into dry, barren lands. This transformation is a stark reminder of the impact of climate change on our natural world. The lack of water has not only changed the physical appearance of the park, but also disrupted the lives of the animals that call it home. The monsoons, which are the big rains they usually get, haven't been bringing enough water. Monsoons are crucial for replenishing water sources, but in recent years, they've been unpredictable and insufficient. This has led to a severe water shortage, affecting not just the wildlife but also the local communities that depend on these rains for their livelihood. So, all the watering holes and rivers have dried up, making it really hard for animals to live there. The once abundant water sources are now barren, forcing animals to travel long distances in search of water. This not only puts them at risk of exhaustion and dehydration but also increases the chances of human-wildlife conflict as animals venture closer to human settlements in their desperate search for water. It's a dire situation that calls for immediate action to address the water crisis and protect our planet's precious resources. Ranthambore used to be full of life and sound, a thriving ecosystem where the calls of birds and the rustling of leaves created a symphony of nature. The dense jungle was home to a myriad of animals, from the smallest insects to the majestic tigers. The rivers flowed freely, providing sustenance to all forms of life. The forest was a vibrant tapestry of green, teeming with energy and vitality. But now it's strangely quiet. The once bustling forest has turned into a ghostly silence. The trees stand tall but lifeless, their leaves withered and brown. The air, once filled with the sounds of life, is now eerily still. The animals that once roamed freely are nowhere to be seen, and the rivers that once flowed with life have dried up, leaving behind a barren landscape. The land, which was once home to so many plants and animals, is now really dry and empty. The earth is cracked and parched, a stark reminder of the harsh conditions that have taken over. The vibrant greens have been replaced by dull browns and grays. The once lush vegetation has withered away, leaving behind a desolate and arid landscape. The change is not just physical but also emotional, as the spirit of the forest seems to have been drained away. Even the tigers, who are at the top of the food chain, are struggling to survive because there's not enough water. These majestic creatures, known for their strength and prowess, are now seen wandering aimlessly in search of water. Their powerful strides have turned into weary steps, and their roars of dominance have been replaced by silent desperation. The lack of water has made it difficult for them to hunt, further weakening their already fragile state. One of these tigers is a mother named Zara. Zara, once a symbol of strength and resilience, now lies exhausted with her cubs. She has always been a fierce protector, ensuring the safety and well-being of her young ones, but the harsh conditions have taken a toll on her. Her once glossy coat is now dull, and her eyes, which once sparkled with determination, now reflect the struggle for survival. She's known for being strong and sneaky, but now she's really thin and weak. The scarcity of food and water has left her frail. Her once muscular frame is now reduced to skin and bones. Despite her weakened state, she continues to fight for her cubs, using every ounce of her remaining strength to find sustenance. Her spirit remains unbroken, but the physical toll is evident. Her 3 cubs are also weak and tired because they don't have enough water. These young ones, who should be full of energy and playfulness, are now lying listlessly on the dry ground. Their small bodies are visibly dehydrated, and their once playful eyes are now filled with exhaustion. The heat is relentless, and without adequate water their chances of survival are slim. The bond between Zara and her cubs is strong, but the harsh reality of their environment is a constant threat. The lack of water is a big problem for them, and their lives are at risk. The dry riverbeds, which once provided life-giving water, are now just barren stretches of land. The entire ecosystem is suffering, and the struggle for survival is evident in every corner of Ranthambore. The future of this once thriving land is uncertain, and the plight of its inhabitants is a stark reminder of the delicate balance of nature. The story of Ranthambore is a call to action, urging us to protect and preserve our natural world before it's too late. Zara loves her cubs very much. She watches over them with a fierce protectiveness, knowing that their survival depends on her every move. The bond between Zara and her cubs is unbreakable, forged in the harsh realities of the wild. Each day is a struggle, but her love gives her the strength to keep going. Zara knows she needs to find water quickly if they are going to survive. The dry season has been particularly harsh this year, and water sources are becoming scarce. She can sense the desperation in the air, not just from her cubs but from all the creatures that share this land. The once lush landscape has turned into a barren wasteland, and every step she takes is a reminder of the urgency of her mission. So, she leaves the little bit of shade where they are resting and starts looking for water. The sun is relentless, beating down on her with an intensity that saps her energy. But Zara is determined. She knows that if she doesn't find water soon, her cubs won't make it. The thought of losing them drives her forward, even as her own strength begins to wane. It's really hot and sunny, making the ground incredibly hot. The heat waves distort the horizon, creating mirages that taunt her with the promise of water. The ground beneath her paws is cracked and dry, a testament to the severity of the drought. Each step is a challenge, but Zara pushes on, driven by the need to provide for her cubs. Every step Zara takes creates a cloud of dust because the ground is so dry. The dust clings to her fur, making her feel even hotter. She can feel the grit in her mouth, a constant reminder of the parched land she is traversing, but she doesn't stop. She can't afford to. Her cubs are depending on her. She's breathing hard and getting dehydrated. Each breath is a struggle, her body crying out for the water that is so desperately needed. Her tongue hangs out trying to cool herself down, but it's a losing battle. The heat is relentless, and Zara knows she has to find water soon or it will be too late. Even the strongest animals feel the effects of no water. The once vibrant ecosystem is now a shadow of its former self. Animals that once roamed freely are now struggling to survive. Zara sees the toll the drought has taken on the land and its inhabitants. It's a harsh reminder of the fragility of life in the wild. Zara knows that time is running out and she has to find water for her cubs. Her determination is unwavering. She scans the horizon looking for any sign of relief. Her cubs' lives depend on her, and she will not let them down. With a final burst of energy, she pushes forward, hoping that the next step will bring her closer to the water they so desperately need. Day and night, Zara keeps looking for water. The sun is scorching hot, and there's no escape from the heat. The paths she used to know so well are now dry and dangerous. Her paws are cracked and sore from walking on the hot ground, but she doesn't give up. She can hear her cubs crying, and that makes her even more determined to find water. Their survival depends on her. Zara keeps going, hoping for any sign of water in the dry landscape. Just when Zara starts to lose hope, she smells something familiar: damp earth. It's a very faint smell, but she knows what it means. With newfound energy, she follows the smell. The trail takes her through dry ravines and over hot rocks. Finally, she sees it, a small stream. It's not much, but it's water, and it's flowing down some rocks into a small pool. Zara is so relieved. Zara quickly runs to the water and starts drinking. Her cubs, hearing her and sensing the water, struggle to reach her. They are so thirsty. The cubs drink the cool water, and Zara watches them, feeling relieved and grateful. Seeing her cubs drinking makes her feel like a huge weight has been lifted from her shoulders. For now, they are safe, and the danger feels far away. Zara's story shows us how important water is for all living things. As the climate changes and water becomes harder to find, we need to protect it and make sure there's enough for everyone. Every drop matters, not just for us, but for all the amazing animals we share our planet with. If you want to learn how to save water and help animals like Zara, visit website link. Remember, we're all connected, and what we do affects the planet and the animals that live on it. Thanks for watching.